So the mad lad did it. He reinstated Trump. Here's the headline. Leftists rage over Musk reinstating Trump's account on Twitter. This is bull. So by rage, I think what they mean is tweeting impotently. So Musk had put out this poll, reinstate former President Trump, 51.8% yes, 48.2% no, which, by the way, is pretty much the split in the popular vote in the midterm elections. And then he tweeted, Vox Populi, Vox Dei, which means the voice of the people is the voice of God, which sounds a little bit like mob rule to me, so I'm not sure I entirely agree with that, but whatever. He put Trump back on. He said, the people have spoken, Trump will be reinstated. Now it may have been that he was going to reinstate Trump anyway. He was just trying to extract, maximum publicity and hype around Twitter for it. But, Elon is saying he thinks Twitter's fun. He wants Twitter to be fun. This is a way of making it more fun and for making the users feel more engaged with the platform. It's not a bad move at all. Now, for Trump's part, he says he's not going back. He says, I am staying on truth. I like it better. I like the way it works. I like Elon, but I'm staying on truth. If I choose to run, I will only use truth. Now, I'd like to see Trump, active on Twitter again, not just, an account just sitting there inactive, because I think it would be more of a symbolic victory for free speech. And I think we are going to see him back on there again. I don't think he's going to be able to help himself. And Elon wants him back too. Obviously, he knows that it's going to be really good for Twitter engagement. And I suspect he might also enjoy putting a stick in the eye of the woke scold media. The ones that are upset when anybody else gets to speak. And so he's posting things like this. Donald Trump trying to resist the temptation of getting back onto Twitter, Musk said, and lead us not into temptation. He knows Trump wants to be back. He knows it must be killing him to not tweet. And Trump should be on there. He's still a major political figure. But either way, with Elon Musk tweeting this stuff, Twitter is 1,000 times more fun already. Oh, and did you hear about how CBS News stopped using Twitter over security concerns, which maybe that's a euphemism for woke concerns? Yeah, well, they just immediately went back as well. And did you see this from Musk? Our love will never die. CBS News and why can't I quit you? Again, Twitter is already 1,000 times more fun. And I know not everything is perfect with the new terms and conditions, but this is better, right? Just having Trump being able to tweet if he wants to is a major victory. And Elon Musk is hilarious. So let's take a look at this leftist rage. Let's see, Jonathan Greenblatt, ADL. Yeah, ADL, they're the guys who think that anti-Antifa images are hate symbols, like saying no Antifa flags. So being against revolutionary communists who attack people, hate free speech, hate religious people, hate anybody who's not completely off the deep end when it comes to far left radical ideology. Yeah, not liking them, that's your hate now. Oh yeah, and they seriously think the okay hand gesture is hate too. Oh, wait a second. Trump did the okay hand gesture. I don't think they thought it was hate until he did that. No wonder they're mad that he's back on Twitter. And let's not forget, it's basically all the numbers as well. So it's almost as if there's nothing that can't be considered hate in some way. So yeah, I guess we better take these guys really seriously. For Elon Musk to allow Donald Trump back on Twitter, ostensibly after a brief poll, shows he is not remotely serious about safeguarding the platform from hate, harassment, and misinformation. Now, the ADL, they're supposed to be about anti-Semitism. Trump has like a street named after him in Israel. Like, they love him over there. Trump has Jewish family. I think maybe that ADL has the wrong target here. But anyway, let's see. Here's a guy from MSNBC. The Russian bots have spoken. Oh, for God's sakes. Do they have nothing else? Like, at least have some creativity in your lives, please. How about this from the Huffington Post? Trump was banished from Twitter, not because of cancel culture, but because he attempted a coup using Twitter as a tool and then continued riling up his mob even after it failed. Getting back on Twitter will remind many people what a dangerous, unhinged president he was. This attempt at this coup, it was a riot. It's obviously a riot. What coup have you ever heard of where there was no weapons involved? You had a riot, you had a bunch of people allowed into the building by the police, let them in, and they wandered around aimlessly. I mean, if that's a coup attempt, I don't know what you're worried about, because that's never going to work. Let's see. Please support our Capitol Police and law enforcement. They are truly on the side of our country. Stay peaceful. I am asking for everyone at the U.S. Capitol to remain peaceful. No violence. Remember, we are the party of law and order. Respect the law and our great men and women in blue. Thank you. Well, it's no wonder that they didn't want everybody to see this. There's no wonder they wanted him off Twitter. This didn't go along with the narrative that they were going to be pushing until the end of time now, I imagine. No wonder they didn't want people to see this. How about from the NAACP? In Elon Musk's Twitter sphere, you can incite an insurrection at the U.S. Capitol, which led to the deaths of multiple people, and still be allowed to spew hate speech and violent conspiracies on his platform. Led to the deaths of multiple people. Well, there was one woman who died, and she was a protester, and she was shot by the Capitol Police. Officer Sicknick, who they keep claiming was killed that day, was not. He died later of natural causes. Oh, by the way, the Summer of Love riots caused the death of several dozen people, all innocent people. But, that's not something you're supposed to talk about, I guess. So anyway, I guess the salt mines are working overtime, and the lying is unceasing, as we knew it would be. And it's not even about anything that Trump might say on Twitter. It's the symbolism that bothers them so much. It means that they're not in full and total control anymore. And by them, I mean the far left activists, both just using the platform and also running these platforms. The ones that aren't running Twitter anymore. Anyway, please subscribe, like, and share. Sharing really helps me out. I thank you for that. I will see you next time.